Hi, Psychology 1 students. As you already know, Psych 1 students are required to participate in psychology research experiments. This research experience is not only required by the department, but if you participate, you may learn a great deal about how psychology works. Today, we will be going over research requirements, the alternative assignment option, where you can find more detailed information, and how you can sign up for research. To meet the research requirement, you have a total of 4 hours to complete. These are due by the designated deadlines. Half of the research credit participation, or 2 hours, must be completed with in-person lab studies. You may complete the other 2 hours with online studies or complete all hours in person. Make sure you have at least 1 hour completed by the deadline. The deadlines can be found in the Psych 1 research requirement instruction handout. Now let's go over some guidelines. Research participation will be treated as a course assignment. Your participation is worth 6% of your final course grade. To obtain 6%, you will need to complete 4 hours of research participation. Know that you can only participate in each experiment once. You'll be able to see your credit hours for each study in the SONA page when you sign in. Attendance is very important. If you sign up for a research experiment, whether it's online or in person, and you cannot attend, you must notify the researcher at least 24 hours in advance. Any student who does not provide a 24-hour notice will need to make up the hours with the alternative assignment. When it's time for the study, please be respectful to the researchers and follow the directions and guidelines. Points awarded will commensurate with the effort given. If you do not take the study seriously, the researchers may only give you partial credit. If you prefer not to participate in research studies, you have the option to complete an alternative assignment. That will count towards your research requirement hours. Please note that you can combine research participation credits with alternative assignment credits to meet the requirements. The alternative assignment consists of reading one scholarly journal article and discussing the strengths and weaknesses of the article, as well as the article's application to your life. The write-up length depends on the amount of credits needed. Alternative assignments must be submitted to the Google form by the deadline. Refer to the alternative assignment instruction document for details about how to submit your assignment and find a link to the number of credits from the alternative assignment can be combined with research participation. Alternative assignment credits are commensurate with the length of the article that you are reading. Here's the scale. Let's say you need to combine your research hours with your alternative assignment, and you've already completed 2 hours of research participation. You will then need to review an article that is 11 to 15 pages long to receive the other 2 credits. This gives you a total of 4 credit hours. On the other hand, if you will only be completing the alternative assignment, you will need to find an article that's 21 or more pages in length. Reference pages do not count towards length requirements, so make sure you keep that in mind when choosing an article. You can find more detailed instructions on the alternative assignment handout. All right, now let's go over the links. You can find the links through the psychology webpage, or you can type in SJSU Psych Research into the search bar and it should be the first result. Detailed information can be found on the research requirements and alternative assignment handout. Be sure to review these when completing the research requirement. This page also gives you guidelines to frequently asked questions. Here you will also find the link to SONA, so make sure you bookmark this page. Now let's go over the SONA system. Here you'll be able to sign up for an account. Sign in to see any available research time slots, track your progress, and see when researchers give you credits for the studies that you have participated in. Starting this semester, you'll be signing in with your SJSU ID. You won't need to set up a separate username or password. After logging into the SONA system for the first time, you will be asked to answer some pre-screening questions. This pre-screening process is mandatory, but you may choose not to answer some questions. Your answers to these pre-screening questions will help determine your eligibility to participate in specific studies. You'll only need to complete this pre-screening process once, so make sure you input all your information correctly the first time. If you have any further questions, please email me at sjsuspc@gmail.com.